today we are super excited because we have a very special guest with us today. And I think it's a very amazing, like, let's say, close to end of the year to have Richard Salem with us today. So, hi, Richard.
Hi, Afa.
Thank you so much for being here with us today and accepting our invitation to be in Corn Now.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm quite honored and tickled to be here.
Oh, thank you. The honor is all ours. Thank you. Because actually, I was super, curious about to know more about the arts and the art work and this magic that is happening in Cornwall since I came. And I wanted to know first, basically, about you. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us more about you?
My name is Richard Salem. I've been living in and around Cornwall since 2010. I'm originally from Toronto, but I left there quite young and just keep moving east. I've lived in Kingston, Smiths Falls, Carleton Place, Ottawa, and finally Long Sault, and then Cornwall. I'm not really an artist. I have been a designer. I started my career as a mechanical engineer and got into computer graphics quite early, 1986. And I got into computer-aided design and realized I really didn't like drafting. So I found other ways to apply it. Started with cartography, got into industrial illustration, technical illustration, architectural illustration, and then branched into banknote production. Went from banknote production to ID cards, wrote some software, got a patent for a security graphic feature, and I rode that wave for about 25 years, and then moved here and embraced the local art scene. There's a ridiculous number of artists and creatives in this area, and being that I had spent my entire career self-employed, I had business skills and administrative skills, business plan development skills, presentation skills that I thought could be applied, and applied them to help the various artists achieve their goals and dreams.
That's actually very interesting.
A really short version.
Yeah.
It's a very short version, but there you go.
Thank you. But it's interesting to know that actually you moved all this experience and you changed fields. And when I came to Cornwall, I get to know that you're working in basically in the organization which is the Your Art Council, right? And
Your Arts Council, Cornwall and the counties.
Thank you. Yes, and you're doing an amazing job in this organization. Can you tell us more about this organization and what is your part in making this work happen?
Well, I'm the facilitator for Your Arts Council, Cornwall and the counties. And as such, it's my role to handle the day-to-day operations and to carry out the directives of the board. We have an amazing board full of incredible people, most recently yourself.
Oh,
thank you very much for joining the board.
Thank you.
We pull representation from a variety of fields from all over the region, and they're all people who make things happen. It's incredible to watch them pull something together that starts as a, I'd have to say harebrained idea most of the time, and then watch them help me turn it into reality. You gave me a lot of credit for the successes that Your Arts Council has achieved. And I would say that that credit is mostly due to the incredible board and the skills that they have and the efforts that they make.
This is really nice from you. Thank you for mentioning everyone working as a team together. And actually, that's what I felt as well. And I think it's really important to put, spotlights to tell people more about why it's really important to do this art movement, not only before and especially now. Why do you think art our, like, let's say, journey to create and to give and to do more art, why it's really important, especially in these days?
Well, the artist basically is a mirror of the society they're in, defining what would be very difficult to define things using the art that they produce. So we have dancers, and we have sculptors, and we have painters, and we have musicians, and we have authors, and a variety of people who help reflect back what our society is to us. And in this time of isolation and fear, it's especially important to have that creative element to help us to enjoy our lives and understand what it means to be a human being.
Thank you. And I think the art in Cornwall have been doing great in the last few, all the time, actually. And actually, especially in the time that's needed the most. I attended two of the art walk events. And I would love if you please give us a hint about what is the project that it's art walk and apples and what?
Well, Your Arts Council is basically an umbrella organization. I mean, we do have a couple of our own events, but mostly we umbrella other organizations and help them to realize their events. So, for example, the Cornwall Art Walk is an organization that legally is a standing committee of Your Arts Council. So that means they can benefit from our governance. They can benefit from our registrations with the various organizations that provide grants and other programs. They can benefit from our insurance, so they don't have to spend money on event insurance, which can be quite expensive. And they can benefit from the YAC board and from the social media reach that YAC has through our website and through our other websites. So Cornwall Art Walk is a standing committee. They're completely independent in terms of them being their own committee, making their own decisions, but they are umbrellaed by YAC and its standing and the fact that we've been around since 2012 and have established registrations with all the granting bodies so that they can apply for grants, etc. Apples and Art, the Apples and Art Studio Tour. That's been going for 30 years.
Wow.
We took it over in 2015, and it became one of our first standing committees. Again, it's a committee in and of itself. It operates independent of the YAC board, and yet the YAC board and the YAC organizational structure provides it with things like insurance, accounting, my own services. So I'm basically the technical realizer for the website and the brochure and all of the things that they need done technically. And then we have a committee headed by Virginia Lake, who organize it, who really put it on every year. Again, YAC acts as support and as an umbrella, but the committee itself is independent. For a while there, we had the Priest Mill Arts Center in Alexandria as another standing committee. That was our first and only retail operation. They managed to grow from once a week, 1 day a week operation. I believe they're now virtually full time in spite of COVID, being quite successful with their Airbnb experience process. They're giving glass blowing, stained glass, fused glass workshops in Alexandria, and they've become their own independent group, but they started as a standing committee. Another group that is a standing committee of YAC is Focus Art. It's a fairly recent thing. They came under the umbrella so that they could benefit from our event insurance coverage. They were staging events usually at the mall. The I don't know why the name of the mall escapes me right now, but the one downtown.
The Square.
And they were paying. Thank you, the Cornwall Square. They were paying, $800, $1,000 an event for insurance, and they don't need to do that anymore. So now they can hold more events, and they won't have to deal with that expense. We have our own events as well. Conquer the Canvas is our main fundraising event for Your Arts Council. We've only had one, but it was quite successful. We're planning on having another one in 2020 as soon as we're allowed to have, more than 10 people in a space.
Yeah.
It's a art battle-like competition. We had 37 competitors last year, and we gave away a top prize of $500, so it was quite significant. We had plans for 2020 that would have seen an even bigger prize and about the same size of competitive pool. But of course, COVID came, we had to cancel it. But we're hoping that 2021 allows us to put that on again. It was very popular, very successful. We have the spectacle, which you were showing on our main website page. That's, again, one of our own things. It's an art calendar of all the arts-related events from Morrisburg to Alexandria, anywhere in the region. It's a free service. We were publishing it once a month as a full-page ad in one of the local newspapers, but COVID shut it down. There's no events to advertise. We're hoping to start that up again in 2021. And there's probably something I'm forgetting.
I think you mentioned everything, and this is amazing. And I would love to invite people to go and check the website. And after the interview, we can put the link for the website, the Facebook, and we invite people to go and check more and more and to get to know about the activities that was happening and in the future plans, what we're planning to do. And I guess, again, having art in our life, it's a way to feel connected. It's a way to feel that we are together, even in this. And actually doing art through these hard times was kind of a way to breathe and to feel that we're not alone, especially in these hard times. And I want to stress here for the future plans, because even if COVID will stay a little bit longer, we will continue doing art, because art is important for even not an artist, for people who need art to taste art, right? So can you tell us what are the future plans, even while we have COVID? What we're going to do for the next year?
Well, it's hard to plan things, especially in-person things. We're continuing to promote what other people are planning through the spectacle and through our Facebook page and our social media reach. We're going to proceed with Apples and Art because it's not something that happens until September. So we're assuming that the world will pretty much be vaccinated by then. We're going to proceed with plans for Conquer the Canvas, again, in the hopes that by July we'll be able to gather more than 10 people together in a space. Art Walk, the committee's already started meeting. We've got plans for 3 events in 2021. That's an outdoor event, so it's less affected by COVID. We were able to hold it twice last year, or twice this year, excuse me, it's still 2020, quite successfully without anyone being exposed or infected. We had some very strong protocols in place, and it was outdoor. So again, we're hoping that we can pull off 3 of those this year, and much larger ones. We're actually talking about closing down the street during the event so that we can open up that whole space downtown.
Yeah, I think that would be
Um,
perfect to close the
it could be,
streets.
yeah, it could be awesome.
And
Again, it's all precluded on us being able to put more than 10 people in downtown without violating protocols. But we're assuming that's going to be the case, and again, that doesn't start till July. No, June. Excuse me, June. Not sure the day. Last Friday, I think. Anyway, not important.
yeah, we
It
will
is
keep
happening. It will
going.
happen.
We will keep going. We will keep spreading the art and inviting people, even online. Like everyone else have been going online, like even the schools. So do you think that we can, if the COVID will continue, can we do more events online under the umbrella of the yak? And to continue inviting people to be together, to create some art together, even if we can't be in the same spot, but we can meet in like, I don't know, Zoom meetings or something. Do you think this is could be one of the plan of, like, technology ideas, or under the new website is coming, that we can have something like monthly meeting open for everyone to join?
Yeah, this is something that the Yak board is looking at and working on. I have to profess I don't have any particular expertise in holding online events. I'm quite camera shy, as you may know, but the board is not, and it was, especially with you on it. I mean, we've already been talking about your Art Hive initiative and the fact that it's just become a standing committee, and where that's going to go. That may have to go online. Focus Art is another group that is comprised of visual artists who are used to putting on 3 or 4 events a year, who may want to look at an online event to replace their in-person events, just to get their art out there and share their art with the membership and the public. And we embrace any group that wants to come forward and has a proposition for something they want to do online. We can certainly help them to produce that, to locate the expertise that they need to make that happen, and to apply for any grants or
Yes,
programs that they may want to take advantage of.
it's actually, this is a very important information I wanted to share with everyone, and I think we might want to tell people more, and especially youth people, if they have ideas, if they have anything that related to art, or their way of doing art, maybe dancing groups, theater, or even online kind of art. And we have people who are like maybe 16 till 30 years old, and they have this kind of ideas. How can they reach to the yak and apply or be a member, or how can we like promote more to get this young energy to be with us? What we can do to help and invite them to be with us, to put this energy in?
Well, there's our website, yourartscouncil.ca. You can find us on Facebook as CC Arts Council. That's 2 C's, Arts Council, or Your Arts Council, I guess would bring us up as well. And they can email me. My email is richard@yourartscouncil.ca. They can call us at 888-705. Oh, I've forgotten the phone number. 888-405-7922. And like I said, we act as an umbrella organization. If you have an idea and you don't know quite how to make it real, we can help you do that. We can connect you with the resources that you need. We can help you apply for grants We can help you with posters and digital advertising and whatever it is you need to produce and execute an idea. We can help you do that.
Thank you for sharing this important information, because I wanted, actually, even for myself, to know more about how can I grow my ideas more under the umbrella of the yak. How can I get more connected? How can I get to know how to apply with the name of the yak that makes me more stronger when I apply for funds? So I think everyone who have an idea, I think this is an open call, and all these informations that you have been sharing with us now, we're going to write it down, and I hope we can post it all over our lovely community. So we encourage the young age, to this energy to be with us as well. If they do hip hop, if they do dance, stand-up comedies, whatever they want, we can actually encourage them to do this under the umbrella and support them, because this is the future. This is a connection that we're trying to build, right?
Yeah, and I don't want them to think that they have to be subsumed by us in order to do what they want. That's not the case. You don't have to be a standing committee to get help from us. We'll help anybody who wants help. No strings.
Thank you. This is actually as well very important to spot the light in this point, because like I have a children in the house, and the teen here, he's 13, and I want him to know as well that if he have even crazy ideas about filmmaking, whatever he wants to do, he's welcome to join and talk with us about what he wants to do, and we will be able to help with connections, with opening ideas. And of course, this is very important. But from here, I want to take this conversation and ask you about why it's so special to do this in Cornwall, to do this art move in Cornwall.
It's incredibly easy to do it in Cornwall. There is such a rich, artistic, creative population here. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. And not only are there people who are creative, they're brilliantly creative. The stuff that's coming out of here is just amazing, and it seems to ooze out of every corner. And I've lived in big population centers. I've lived all over the place, and this is probably the most creatively rich region that I've ever been in. And the people are eager to share and eager to collaborate and eager to enrich the fabric of all of our lives through whatever means they happen to be interested in. So yeah, it's really, really, really easy to do here because there are so many creatives who want to do so much.
And as well, people are welcoming and opening hearts to each one. And I have been super new to the place, and the artwork connected easily and open to me and told me what to do, come to the artwork and be part of what's happening, which is, I'm so grateful for this kind of connection and this warm welcoming. And I want to add that as well, everybody's welcome and everybody can come with an idea. And to just, before we finish the interview, I wanted to ask you, if someone wants to be a member, how can people get to be a member, to be more involved?
Well, you've got our website up on the video there. You can see in the upper left-hand corner, you can become a member of YAC by picking that button that says Become a Member of YAC. Membership is free. We happen to be shy a few board members right now, so if someone is interested in a slightly more significant commitment of a couple of hours a month, they can also put their name forward to join the board. There's all of the standing committees I was just talking about who need board members, or committee members rather, to sit on their boards. Conquer the Canvas, Cornwall Art Walk, Apples and Art, we're all, well, Cornwall Art Walk has already formed its organizing committee. They're looking more for volunteers during the event. But Conquer the Canvas, we're just starting to form this year's organizing committee. Apples and Art, we're just starting to form this year's organizing committee. If you want to participate in either of those events, we would welcome you. I think that
That's really,
answers your question.
yeah, and it's an amazing open invitation for everyone to be part of the art move. And if they have the idea, just to be there, even the idea or themselves to be part of what's happening, this is also encouraging. And I think people will have this like feeling of welcome again, that they can actually do more. And I think we have been in the house for a very long time, so everybody get creative in a way. So maybe we can, go more from here and welcome everyone. Again, I'm going to write all these connections and your email, and for everyone to be able to check and come, and we will keep calling and inviting people to be with us to do this more of connection through art. And I want to thank you so much for being with us today. It was really information and a lot of information that we should know. Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, thank you for having me, Yafa.
Of course, it's a pleasure. Thank you for giving the time and the energy to be with us. And I want again to tell everyone that I think you have this amazing voice, right? And I think you should do more voiceover. Let's make cartoons and voiceover movies or something. That will be amazing. Let's make books for kids. How about that?
When my kids were growing up, they would invite their friends over for me to read them a story called Yertle the Turtle. So yeah, I'm all for that. I'm in the other room just before this, and after we're done putting together the last chapter of the third book that I've done for Audibles. So I'm already on that.
That's perfect. I had a feeling that you should actually continue and do this. And there is amazing ideas about this Spotify, and you can just put, some stories, meditation for kids, and this will be amazing for the future, especially with the COVID with us. It will be amazing kind of connection. So yes, it's great to know that you're in. Go more, yeah.
If you're an author and you need someone to read your book and you just can't get enough of the sound of my voice, give me a call.
This is amazing. Another open invitation, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. Of course. Okay, I'm going to reach out for this making a story for kids.
Awesome. I'm in.
Thank you. Yes, please. Thank you so much. Okay, so I will say bye for now, and we will talk later soon. And thank you for everything.
Thank you, Yafa.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.